Hello everyone. Thanks for joining. Today we will have the 7v7 Winter Invitational Qualifier. During the next break I will go quickly through the event and show you what it is all about. We are starting today with the European Regional Qualifier. As you can see, we are watching the match between Enemy and Monolith. And yeah, the map is Ghost Town. We'll have a best of 3. First team to win 2 rounds will be proceeding to the next round. And it looks like the team lineup is final. A mouse, IS4, M4, 50B, double S-Conk and 1 CS. Nothing necessarily unusual. Okay. Bit of a different lineup here, coming in from the other side. Very push heavy, fast lineup. 1 IS7, triple 277, VZ 55, a CS, and a 430U. I have to say, I definitely prefer the lineup of the team in blue. I think the defensive stance here for S-Conk, IS4, mouse is definitely superior over the mobility that the team in red is bringing, but obviously the rush into the cap here immediately through this ways is an option. We can see small medkit, small rep kit, definitely. Oh, and a fire extinguisher. Definitely something to potentially improve on if needed. Okay, so the defending team, because of obviously having heavier vehicles, definitely with a big HP advantage, nearly 2000 from the start. And it looks like a 277 is now making its way into the cap circle, trading out 1 for 1 so far. You can see near you now peeking to get in another shot, down to 1600. And the cap has been started. 3 tanks in the cap. Important to notice are the tanks separated right now. You can see the AMX, the Super Kong, not really in the game yet. Mouse has definitely arrived. The HP is still in favor of the defending tank, and I think the time is definitely in their favor as well, because the slow heavy tanks are joining the fight as well. The 50B nearly arrived. The CS Sizer and his CS63 nearly there as well. Oh, and a big bleed there onto the 277. 5k HP up now, nearly 6k HP up. First kill for Monolith, but I think Near You did a great job defending the cap circle as long as he had to. And now his buddies are there, and they should be able to close in that game. Double the HP for the defending team. A lot of guns dropping right now. The 50B closing in as well. Another kill being picked up. 9k versus 3.5 for 30U. Won't be able to make any difference. And a strong defending round here by the team in blue. Team of Near You here. CS maybe trying to buy some more time, but that will definitely not be enough for a victory for them. Bit of a ram, and that's the first round. Okay, so let's ready up. And take a look at the post-game stats. You can see AMX, good damage here. Mouse was a bit late, but then did what he had to do. Near you, coming in, perfect. Shooting, 777, 50B. I guess he tried to snipe, I'm not sure what happened there. Or he destroyed the buildings in the other cap circle at the beginning. That might be an option as well. Good stuff here by Copiad. We can take a look at the other results. Phoenix winning the first round. Gifted dropping one round against For Fun, which is the team of the Aboba FC Positive. 1-0 for Falca Ni Kakalka, something like that, and Welcome to Hell also up 1-0. Yeah, I guess we can use that for a short look at today's tournament format. We'll switch to our overview. Yeah, you can see we have 8 groups in total, with all the groups starting in the round of 16 and now reach the quarterfinal. We are currently having a lot of teams fighting it out, and we are watching Enemy versus Monolith. Both went 2-0 in their first round, and the winner will end up against Welcome to Hell or Phoenix. We just saw Phoenix dropping their first round, so Welcome to Hell now on the attacking side on Ghost Town, and we will see what the follow-up of that round will be. Yeah, looking through the other rounds, we can see definitely some teams that have been participating in previous tournaments as well. Obviously, all the tournament is being played as 770 format, so only tier 10 vehicles, attack, defense, and the maps you can see here. Himmelsdorf, definitely one of the old school maps here, together with Prokhorovka, Cliff, Muro, Tundra, and Ghost Town. And I guess it's time to come back to the gameplay and see what the teams have prepared. Obviously, now the sides have been switched. Double mouse, 1S Conquer Batchat and CS for Saisa, an E3, 2 French heavies. Still a very light setup here. Obviously, I forgot to update the score. There we go. Enemy up 1 point. And we can see immediate aggression by the double mouse towards the city area near you, and his body in the AMX M4 trying to aim for the flank as well. Let's take a look at if they are able to put in some damage. Looks like for sure the shots went in the right direction, but yeah, now he should be able to put in a clean shot. There we go. And immediately 3k HP advantage for the team in blue. You can see here some HP losses, plus obviously the double mouse. Big advantage in terms of HP over something like a 277. Big fire here as well. So Monolith immediately taking a big chunk of HP. Nearly 50% HP down at this point. And now the AMX are making their way towards the cap, carefully approaching what looks to be a fight on the hill, maybe? Near you put in another one. Good shooting and obviously also a bit of an advantage here fighting with a hull down heavy against the CS-63. Now Near took one but immediately retaliates, and I think at this point it's a lot of individual trading just going wrong for the team in red. Enemy didn't really find an enemy on their level in this match and will now proceed to the semi-finals. If they close in this round, which I definitely think they will. Okay, my expectations were a bit higher for the team in red, but they were for sure the underdogs, and I guess they gave it a try. Wasn't enough in the end, but it is what it is. Two zero for enemy. That's it for this round. We will definitely take a look at the other games, so you don't have to worry. Thanks Monster for the sub. Wow, full year, much appreciated. Those are the battle results, and we can take a look if there is something for us to join. I think this is already started. A lot of 2-0s still, so we're sorting out anyone not strong enough. Taboreti just won against Happy. I hope they will stay with their good mood. We will wait if there is an upcoming match. We can quickly skip through whatever happened here. I mean, good shooting here by the 50B, but when he did his second clip of damage, the game was basically over already. Okay, and content versus boring hippos, and second match between YNWA and Zell team are on a 1-1 scoreline. So That should definitely give us another match to watch, or even two. But the tiebreakers take a moment to pop up, so we need to be patient. I will make a short break and then I will be back with the next round. Okay, I am back with the next round. This will be a best of 5 between Phoenix and For Fun. We'll start on Tundra, and we are obviously in group number 4. I will quickly show you where that is. You should see that now here in the lower part of the bracket. Phoenix and For Fun just won their second rounds 2-0 as well, and will now be playing a game until one of the team reaches 3 points. Short summary on the tournament for the people that just tuned in. This today is the regional qualifier. The qualifier round 1 will happen today on the 3rd of December, then tomorrow the second round, and as it's written here, the live streams of the final are happening on December 10 and 11. Couple of teams were pre-qualified already. I think you can find that here. So we obviously have 2 representatives from America, the North American team Morbology, winning the Community League. Tomatitos, second place in the Community League and winner of the Latin America Cup and the Latin America League. And then we have Holovnici, aka the Invil team of Monster.io, who won the last European VOD 7. In the meantime, we had 2 additional teams qualifying. Those were the Krakens from Japan and the ANZ team called Sentinels. Those 5 teams plus the second European team qualifying tomorrow will end up playing against each other, as I wrote, or as I just said, on the 10th and 11th of December. But we'll need to find out who that is today, and the 2 teams that are competing now are Phoenix and For Fun. I mentioned earlier already, For Fun, one of the teams that is consisting of a lot of Aboba players. Their captain is one or the main caller in the Aboba team 15 of their 15 versus 15 squad. So we'll need to see how they will hold up against Phoenix, a team that came quite far last 15 versus 15 tournament, 7 versus 7 tournament here in the European region. Atequel with a mouse, tank that we tend to see quite often recently. Very heavy lineup, triple AMX M454, double 60 TP and a Super Conqueror. On the other hand, also 6 heavy tanks, 1 less, because we have a CS63. We have an IS-7, 1 AMX M454 and 4 Object 277s. Okay, looks like the CS is spotting out the initial aggression, Heiki. And we immediately have a push coming in on the lower side. Here the 277s, 2 already driving in the front while the others are taking a bit of a longer route. Rambo will be joined by Sirius and the IS-7. And I'm not sure if the AMXs will be fully aimed. 1 shot went into the 277, but so far definitely a decent cross. Rambo makes it across alive and not even touched. And that's the initial aggression. 2 tanks in the cap now. The cap has been reduced to 50 seconds and 3 vehicles approaching Itox in his 60 TP. A bit separated there, but obviously they will have to remove 3000 HP while the double M4 is covering. Focus fire a bit lackluster, not really able to focus out only Itox yet, but Itox should be the next one to fall. 900 HP left, 400. They're leaving the responsibility on Rambo. Rambo. Not able to pick up the kill yet. Okay, Nico Heinz takes the shot, puts it into the back of Itox, and now Sirius seems to be in a bit of trouble. White Rock there overpeaking immediately. Unique and Frugo the next one to approach. Frugo takes a big hit. So far hasn't fired. Maybe got Amoract. There is the kill pickup. 3 HP blow up. That was definitely important. The HPs are still very even. 1k up for Phoenix, but Marinka now being approached by Magic, Unique. Everyone driving towards this 277. The HPs fairly even still. One gun up for fun, and now those were equalized. Nico Heinz should be able to pick up Unique 4 against 5 guns, but Rambo there in a heap of trouble in between White Rock and Magic. Makes it out alive for now. So Phoenix now down an HP, down a gun as well. Magic being approached by the 277 and the IS-7. Dark Ninja trying to put some shots in, but the tanks from For Fun made a good effort in stopping him from immediately approaching. Nico Heinz makes it behind the rack. You can see the IS-7 now trying to shield his body there. The 277 stays alive. The IS-7 takes one from the S-Conk. S-Conk goes down to 200 HP. 3k against 3.5k HP now. Phoenix still on the defending side, but still 5 minutes left on the clock, so we will really need to see Magic doing some magic here. Yeah, Magic takes one, and Keyhand is starting to do some noises here in the background. We will come back to that whenever he is available. Magic now down to a one-shot. In the meantime, Unadvantage and Hooligan have cleaned up the other side. Dark Ninja, the last man standing. The Super Conk with 237 HP should be the last one to fall. Puts one shot into Unadvantage, but the CS picks him up. For Fun, picking up their first victory, their first round. And Phoenix, not looking too bad, but definitely a bit shaky in the first round. Okay, ready up my tank. Give a point to For Fun. Oops. And we can take a look at the post-game stats. Good damage distribution here on the side of the winning team. Everyone did their share of damage. Good penetration rates as well. And Magic putting in all his 4 shots, but in the end it's a team game, and if you have players like Itox who got immediately singled out, then it's very hard to compensate for the lack of DPM, immediately having a gun eliminated. I would have expected Dark Ninja to deal a bit more damage. I mean, he was staying alive until the very end. He has a tank with a lot of DPM. On the other hand, it's just a North American player, so not too much to expect here. And yeah, maybe the ping was just his issue. Like, keep in mind, there's a bit of a disadvantage if you're playing from over the pond. But we can take a look at the other matches. Where do we start? Okay, so Haicha Talk winning their first round against Falca. Goodnight Nomi putting in the first point on the board as well. This is the match that we just watched. Postro, one of the favorites for sure. 1-0 up against Darkness Geometry. And Stone's team also up a point against Dembe. Yeah. First rounds are running. We have 8 groups. That obviously means that we have a total of 16 semifinals. Now the first Minotauro will be picked. 30 seconds left for the second round of Tundra. And He still didn't arrive. I guess we will go for another round without him. Okay, 10 seconds left. Phoenix finalizing what it looks like a setup of 5 heavy tanks, 1 medium, and a TD.
Did I miss the round?
Yes.
Damn it.
But you made some interesting noises in the background. Yeah, so Phoenix, double AMX, double IS-7, 1 S-Conk, the CS that I just mentioned, and the Minotauro, while on the other hand, Nico Heinz with a VZ55, an S-Conk, IS-7, double AMX, and a 60 TP for Rambo. For fun now defending with a slight HP advantage, but that shouldn't really make so much of a difference.
Do you maybe want a screen share?
Sure.
Nice. Oh. Slight HP advantage for the side of For Fun. We'll see. Attila trying to spot the Western crosshair. Does see the VZ, does take one, and the second one does not connect. So, good shot by Nico Heinz here. The I-7, I think, was able to cross unspotted. So that's something good for For Fun. Also on the other side,
bounced the shell.
probably turret or something. I don't know. But yeah, Phoenix bleeding a lot here initially. 3 tanks already having taken damage. The S-Conk, the IS-7 by Frugo, and also Attila in the CS here. Not looking good for Phoenix so far, even though they're able to trade some damage back here. Rambo taking now 1, and Marinka also down to below 2k HP. Rambo there probably took one from Dark Ninja, who is residing on top of the hill currently. The Minotauro getting rotated on the eastern part of the map. So we probably, can expect a solid defense there by the side of For Fun. Then again, it's Tundra. So basically the map is considered to be attack-sided.
Yeah, look at this S-Conk, man. He didn't even bother to put camo on the turret. And then he wonders why his pen rates are so shit. I was roasting in A players earlier already.
Okay.
Attila got caught out here a bit. Took one from the VZ55 and another one from the IS-7, now down to 749 HP. Has to retreat, and this obviously buys a lot more time for the defending team. They know exactly that no aggression will come from this side, because obviously Frugo is being joined by his AMX buddies now, and it looks like they will arrive here unspotted.
Exactly. So the side of Phoenix, who are the attackers, they were able to rotate unspotted Unique and White Rock here. Starting to advance, we'll see if Rambo is actually able to connect one in the 60 TP on the cross. He doesn't seem to be able to. He doesn't even seem to be able to spot them. But what are they driving into? It's going to be a crossfire between Marinka and Hooligan. Sirius should also be able to shoot into that one. Same for Rambo, who's now down to 1900 HP. Also giving up one more shot of damage, and now that Magic has arrived in his IS-7, I think we're about to see some tank-on-tank action as the double AMX together with the IS-7 is going to start moving into this crossfire. Already taking one shot by Sirius. Now Marinka coming in as sort of a horrible surprise. White Rock down already to 42 HP. The answer to nothing here, as it's going to be Sirius to pick it up, and that push, before it even started to happen, it just got completely shut down, as Hooligan is also able to peek to give another into Unique, and Phoenix just falling to pieces here. Marinka still not dead. Sirius with another shot into Unique, who's down to 598. Yes, Frugo is now trying to come onto Sirius here and trying to make something happen, but alas, that's not going to happen, as Sirius now with the counter push onto the ISM. Marinka still not dead in his M454. I think Magical, finally he's able to pick it up, but Phoenix down to 6.2k HP for fun. Meanwhile, though, another kill for their side, 11k HP still, and that defense seems to be holding strong.
Yeah, good stuff here coming from the defending team, and with that Next kill pickup here, only 4 tanks left. Make it 3, make it 5 versus 9k. Dark Ninja also took some damage there on the hill. And I would really like to see some change here on the side of the team in blue. Haki is sitting in the lobby, and I think they really need him to help them out of this dire situation. Immediately match point here after Tundra. I guess it's time for the hacker man himself to shine.
Exactly, as we see the Minotauro picking up one more shot. He seems to be reloaded, but now it's... I can't even read the name. Jess here in the IS-7, double teaming together with one of the M454s, and Dark Ninja here left to pick up the shambles, the pieces, the ruins of their attack on Tundra, as For Fun is gonna comfortably win out on their Tundra defense to make it 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see though. He did 2 shots now after the game was basically over. Like, let's see how much damage he was actually able to do before the damage kind of became irrelevant.
I mean, to be honest, I think the S-Conk generally throughout the whole battle was a non-factor, as you know, he wasn't really contributing his HP. Yes, he had DPM from the back.
I mean, he
but
lost
the problem
HP,
is,
but he didn't really contribute it.
yeah, and the thing is, oh, good pickup here, but it's not going to matter. And the thing is, the S-Conk wasn't in the fight, and like they pushed, the S-Conk couldn't contribute in the northwestern corner. So, to be honest, kind of useless. Yeah, Hooligan and Nico Heinz now moving in here to secure the kill, the last one of the match.
So he did 6 shots of damage now. Maybe 7 with yeah, now 7 shots of damage. Okay, so that's like 2,700 depending on the rolls. Let's see how much damage he did before. I mean, he will definitely have a good damage number, but yeah, as you mentioned, not able to really do the damage when it was needed into the defending tanks there. So we will need to see what they can bring on Murovanka, because that will be the next round. Okay, so 3.9k damage. What did we say? 2.8 when it was basically over?
7 shots.
Yeah, 7 or 8 shots. So yeah, that is basically just showing, even if this might appear as a high value, this is basically, I want to say useless damage, but no longer relevant damage at the point where the match is basically over. I mean, he could have just proven us wrong and just won the 1 versus, I think 5 at this point.
Kolobanov's the one that everyone wants.
Okay, I will quickly pick up my food and then I will be back.
Quickly turn off my streaming lights here because it's shining into my face. I'll also be right back.
Microphone activated.
Okay, looks like we can take a look at the other results. 1 minute left for the next round here on Muro, but in the meantime, a couple of other results came in as well. Enway Bets winning 3-0. Guess we can go from the other side. Los Pipos winning 3-0, Fury up 2-0, same for Goodnight Nomi as for fun. Upur versus Content 1-0 and LTP 1-0 as well. I guess that summarizes everything that happened. Yeah, more or less. Good.
Okay, 10 seconds for what might be the last round in between Phoenix and For Fun. We see a quadruple ISM coming out together with S-Kong, CS, and M454 for the side of Phoenix. That means we will probably be waiting for the setup of For Fun. Muravanka. And on the side of For Fun, we see one AMX M454, one IS7, double 277, triple S-Kong. So I would say the DPM advantage definitely going the way of For Fun here. I guess the hold on advantage for the side of Phoenix. But to be honest, like, I'm not a fan of the quadruple IS7.
Well, we will definitely need to see what they have planned with that defensive maneuvering here of the quadruple IS7. Different field mods for sure. Frugo having a bit more HP, but it might just be... Oh yeah, he has a Bond HP module on it, or equipment. And obviously Frugo with 3 marks over Attila's 2. Bit of a skill issue here, if I might identify that. Itox using this bush pretty well, getting some early info, not losing anything.
Huge damage onto Jestra, by the way, in his IS-7, who was crossing. Now the double IS-7, Attila and Frugo both at the cap. Marinka and Jestra are going to be the ones to start off the cap here. It's going to be double cap. That means 1 minute left. And Nico Heinz from the backlines is going to provide cover fire with his S-Kong, but Jestra taking another heap of damage as he does cross over into the hold down. That is going to be able to suppress double IS-7 though, and also he'll be able to shoot onto Dark Ninja. The shot not connecting, but not dealing damage though.
Yeah, so now we will see how the decaps are planned from the side of Phoenix. They definitely have the advantage of controlling this middle area here. You can see Unique with the AMX. The 2 tanks here might be able to give some shots into that direction. The IS-7 also on a one-shot. Looks like Frugo just decided to push far enough. Good shot by Attila, picking up the kill. And I guess it would be great to see at least one additional round, not just a 3-0 here between those two teams. It looks like the heavy tanks from For Fun are moving in now. Hooligan might have been a bit over-eager. Drops immediately, good pickup by Magical. And now they're having a gun advantage, but still 2 tanks out of the game. They're Itox and White Rock in their IS-7 and CS respectively, not really able to contribute. But we need to see how those 2v2 battles here between the AMX, the 277 and the IS-7s are going, because Frugo and Attila are so far up a gun in their 2v2.
Yeah, and Rambo seems to be unable to connect his shots into Magic. Rambo now with the pickup onto Frugo is going to make it a 2v1 in between Artiquel, Dark Ninja, and Marinka. But Rambo getting set on fire is not going to help here either, as it's still 3.5k HP up for the team of Phoenix, who are defending here right now. And it seems like they're going to put the first one on the board for themselves, as Marinka now taking heavy damage. But this battle's all but over, as only Neko Heinz remaining in his Super Conqueror Unique with another nice shot into the British heavy tank. And from the backlines, Itox, Magic, Dark Ninja, Artiquel, White Rock all coming. Neko Heinz with another kill. But that's going to seal the deal here, as Phoenix finally showing up in this battle as they get the first pity point. We'll see if they get another one to equalize the scoreline and force a tiebreaker.
Exactly, so this one was more of a convincing game. They only lost 2 guns, kept over 5000 HP in the end. So maybe also a bit of a motivational boost after dropping 2 rounds immediately at the beginning. We'll need to see if they can pick up another round to equalize the score, but definitely a good start. See, and Dark Ninja now, 4.7k damage. Just had to give him some motivation, and now he is performing.
Exactly.
Okay, in the meantime, Talk dropping a second round against Falca. I remember them being up a round at the beginning, so struggling here. 2 rounds dropped in a row. Sprite convincing 3-0 over Tabareti. Phoenix versus For Fun is the match that we are watching right now. 1-2 in favor of For Fun. Opur up 2-0 against Content. Greetings to Chess. And the Suck and Zap GmbH and KKG versus Bebra also 2-0.
By the way, is this quarterfinals? Or what is this?
First of all, ready up your tank.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you scroll up, you can see it's semifinals.
Oh, semis already. Holy shit! By the way, what's up with your internet?
What's wrong with my internet?
I don't know. It seemed like a lot of lags on the stream.
I don't know. It's some encoding issue. That's the same issue that we had last time.
Skill issue, you mean?
I don't know if it's an issue with having too many screens at the same time, or
Are you GPU or CPU encoding?
I have the NVEC encoding on.
So GPU encoding.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe try with CPU for next stream.
Oh, we can do some tests later. Okay, ALTP up 2-0 now as well. Starting a bit later, those obviously games will proceed on Murovanka now as well. 2-0 on Tundra is definitely a good start for them. And now we have 20 seconds to take a look at a Progetto question mark. Can you give us some tactical insights on why you would pick or not pick this?
I mean, recently
French?
I've heard that, you know, the NA meta is 2 to 3 days ahead of the EU meta, especially in Onslaught. And there I was being told that Progetto is basically the tank to pick because it 1v1s a CS, it 1v1s a Batchat. It's just the tank, you know, you want to have on your team. Personally, I think that's kind of a bit of cope. But who am I to criticize our friends from above the pond, right? That being said, Phoenix coming into this one with quadruple M454, 1i7, 1s-Conk, and the aforementioned Progetto. On the other side, we see For Fun with triple 277, the Mouse, and then we have an i7, an s-Conk, and a CS63. Yeah, maybe stop screen sharing to me. Maybe that takes a load off of your
I
GPU.
don't think that's the issue.
Because like the screen share for me is perfectly fine, weirdly enough.
Huh. I don't know. I will find a solution tomorrow.
Okay,
so
now
aggressive move here by the Progetto in the forest. I guess seeing the Mouse, they don't really expect anyone to contest the 890 line. But yeah, the Mouse is nearly in position. Here also with this cool 15 versus 15 style.
Question is, did the Mouse already get spotted? Yes, one of the shots just whizzing past Neko Heinz, and we see this position that in 15v15 oftentimes is being used by an IS-4 or a 2, actually in 77 it's mostly used by an IS-4. This time putting the Mouse there. Obviously Mouse is more prone to getting penned, but it does have this HP advantage. And I guess that's why we see Neko Heinz being there. He's right now turning around, exposing himself a little, not too much though, not taking any damage as of now. Obviously with the Mouse, For Fun here, coming in with a bit of an HP advantage.
Yeah, okay, so For Fun, stabilizing their initial position, but losing out on a lot of ground now. The IS-7 of Frugo making its way towards the south now to find, hopefully, the IS-7 of For Fun.
Also, what we should mention is that neither of the teams opted to bring a light tank. This obviously is not that good for the side of Phoenix, as with a light tank they would have the option to go one cap. They still have the Progetto that does have low noise exhaust, but obviously having a T100 just gives you this many more options, as now we see Artiquel making his way towards the middle. He's probably going to clash with Nico Heinz soon, but Unadvantage and also Hooligan in the 277 and CS63 respectively should be able to provide plenty of cover. That being said, Rambo with the first shot here, and Artiquel getting punished for the cross down to 1300. Yes, he did get a nice snap into Nico Heinz, but he's not going to be happy about that one.
Yeah, I mean, now he needs to make sure to keep his gun in the game. Trying to approach the mouse is definitely not an easy task, and the mouse is still sitting on comfortable 2967 HP, so it looks like the push is coming now from the defending team. Sirius taking a serious amount of damage, a fire as well, now dropping to a potential 2 shots. Good decision making to let Marinka drive in first. Marinka takes 2 shots, but they're making sure the focus fire of Phoenix won't be able to eliminate vehicles immediately. Triple 277 should make short work of the Supercon now. 1 bounced shot, but 247 HP immediately taken out, and for fun now with a bit of an HP disadvantage, even though they eliminated a gun.
Article tried a swing at Sirius here, who is down to 598, so possible one shot for the AMX M4. We'll see if he can connect another shot, but I would believe that the 277 for the time being should be unspotted here. Another nice shot by Hooligan connecting into Itox, almost bringing the HP back here right now. It's about 700, 800 HP apart. And yeah, this opening by Forfun obviously netting them a kill, but now it seems like one of the tanks, Unique, actually on fire, took a lot of damage there as well. And all of a sudden, it's still 700 HP apart, but the gun advantage for the defending team here might be a bit much to overcome, as we see Magic Will with the rotation on the Progetto. He should be able to see a lot of tanks. Hooligan getting picked up by Itox, and now the Progetto has arrived as well. Doesn't connect his shot, takes one in return. 258 HP difference here, 1-1 the scoreline regarding the kills.
Yeah, and you can see the HPs are super close again. 300 HP separating those two teams. Not even if you want to be precise. And now Itox and White Rock trying to approach, trying to eliminate the aggressive move here of the 277. Sirius in serious trouble. Marinka also only on a potential 2-shot for this heavy hitting AMX guns. So far White Rock not able to hit the target, but with Itox now trying to find a better angle.
Ooh,
Marinka down to a 1-shot, and Marinka...
I mean, I would love for one of the M454s to just load HE and spam it onto his turret, both of them taking a shot, but Marinka dropping in the meantime here. That's going to remove one further gun. Artiquel trying to make his way towards Nico Heinz in the middle right now, but needs to be careful, obviously, as he's down in HP. And now Sirius, the next one on the chopping block, probably, as Rambo is desperately trying to find shots, but it's actually Unique to find the shot into Unadvantage, putting him down to 1172. Sirius taking another hit here. Same goes for Magic, who's down to 569, but Sirius is in trouble here, down to 202 HP. That's obviously a one-shot for every single one of the tanks involved here. White Rock now starting to make a push, taking 2 shots here, even by this S-Kong and the Mouse. The CS from the backlines helping out, 590 HP. Sirius putting in another shot here, down to 19 HP goes White Rock. That's not where he wanted to go. That's not where he wants to be right now, as Rambo is trying to edge ever so closer. Unique, the one to pick up Sirius, and now it is a 6v4 for the side of Phoenix here, who are still down in HP, but all of that HP right now is on Nico Heinz, who's out in the open, has HE loaded, does not connect the shot onto White Rock, takes one by Artiquel. It's down to the wire here right now, but if Phoenix can make their gun advantage work, I predict an actual tiebreaker coming out. That being said, Nico Heinz with the HE connection into the low HP AMX 54, and now Unique coming out with that push on the 1 line. Meanwhile, both of the IS-7s completely removed on the other side of the map here, down to 1 minute and 5 seconds. Itox, he needs to make this shot work into Neko hands. He's trying to find it. Rambo still holding on, taking another one. Unique going down towards a one-shot. This is neck and neck right now. Phoenix, they need to make something happen soon. Neko Heinz down towards a one-shot. I am actually not sure how they are going to kill everyone in time.
Yeah, 45 seconds, as you mentioned, and Unadvantage was just able to pick up Unique. Now the guns still in favor of Phoenix, but no gun is ever so close against the CS, and yeah, the protection of Rambo here. We will see if the CS will successfully drive into the back of the map. You can see the AMX trying to spot out Unadvantage. Puts in a good shot under fire by Itox. This might be the end of it. The projectile is now in the back here of Rambo. Rambo trying to put in another one, but I'm not sure how Frugo, the gamer himself, completely annihilated the IS-7 on the other side. 5 seconds left, and Itox with another crucial kill pickup. 2 seconds or 3 maybe. We're still on the clock, and we are going for a tiebreaker.
We are indeed headed for a tiebreaker, and my, oh my, what a banger of a round in between Phoenix and For Fun here. Yeah, I guess this match deserves nothing less than a tiebreaker in between the two of those. I think we can also take a quick look at the other scorelines that are currently popping up. BAföG reicht nicht, 3-0 over Zell team. Welcome to Hell currently losing out against enemy 1-2. Opur 3-0 over Content. Zack und Hep GmbH und KKG 3-0 over Huse. Bebra 2-1 right now. Stonehood Army against Dembe. And LTP winning against McQueen right now 2-1.
The Heichatok game didn't get another update if I saw it correctly. But yeah, that means we have a couple of finalists already. Goodnight Nomi, finalist in Group 1. They will fight out against LTP or McQueen, as you just mentioned. LTP currently up a point. Then we have in Group 2, Capibari versus Los Pipos. Immediate final starting in 11 minutes, our time. Enway Bets, after their 3-0, is now waiting for the winner of Stonehood Army and Dembe. I think you gave us a scoreline for that earlier. Exactly 2-1 for Stonehood Army. Next we have BAföG reicht nicht. They are waiting for whoever wins in the match that we are just spectating. So Phoenix and For Fun. Group 5 has Sprite waiting after a 3-0 victory. They will face off against Postro or Darkness Geometry. I think Postro was up the last time we checked, but let me reconfirm. Yeah, Postro up 2-1. Then in Group 6 we have Fury, who is waiting for the winner of Heichatok versus Falca. Latest scoreline was 1-2, if I remember correctly. So Heichatok will play against the match point. Group 7 is Zack and Hep GmbH versus the winner of Welcome to Hell and Enemy.
Postro 3-1.
3-1 for Postro. And then we have the last final between what I call the Czech Superstar. It's a mix of Prepalos, Valor, the Ducks, and CSA versus Opur. Will start in 10 minutes as well. Maybe we can jump into that after our tiebreaker round, which hopefully opens in a moment.
So yeah, I guess we'll head to a short break, and we'll be back with the decider in between Phoenix and For Fun.
Exactly. Okay, this is it. This is the final round here between the two teams of Phoenix and For Fun. As you can see, 3 E100s were picked for this game, as well as one American tank per side. So we have an E5 versus E3. We have triple IS4 for, I think I mixed up the teams. Yeah, no, it's fine. Triple IS4 for Phoenix with double E100 and a 50B. On the other hand, 60TP, 50B, double AMXM for the E100, IS7 and an E5. Phoenix attacking, and obviously I can update the score to no, yes, okay.
Oh, Jestro with a very, very aggressive opening with that IS-7 just being sent directly through the courtyard. That's going to give a lot of information because, well, he doesn't see anyone, and that is information as well. Basically what the E3 is already indicating, that it's going to be a hill play, a hill commitment by the side of Phoenix. The 50B White Rock already checking the zero line, not seeing anything. Nothing too surprising, and I think now that the opening by For Fun has found nothing on the western part of the map, we should see a slight reshuffling by them coming out, basically to protect the 2-cap further. Sirius there in his 50B could be some nuisance on towards the hill, but also could be used to punish the cap here, as well as we see Unique and Artiquella in the double IS4 being sent down the zero line together with the E3, who should be able to force anyone peeking off the B line basically, but as we can see, there's nothing happening there as of now. Triple tank, triple heavy in B3 right now. Also the F5, quite a curious pick by the side of For Fun. And now Artiquel, the first one to cross, doesn't see anyone either. Doesn't get spotted here. Haka, the man himself, the legend, does get rammed in the back by Frugo. Takes 6 HP for that. Frugo a bit too over-eager after seeing the backside of Haki. Some bromance going on there, and now Artiquel on the A-line is going to drive towards the camp. We'll probably see Rambo on the cross, though. We'll have to see how that interaction works. Starts the side scrape here, not cutting any corners. Instead, using the corner to side scrape. He will see Rambo, who is quite in the open, does not connect his shot, though.
I mean, he is somewhat in the open, because there is obviously the rubble there in C8.
Oh,
good shot hit by Attila. Giving now the command to cross. The 60 PGP just fired, so Frugo and Haki will both be able to further advance. 2 tanks are being sent towards the cap circle.
Oh, Haki with the IS-4 backwards side scrape. That is a big copium. And now we see the cap getting started by Artiquel. Obviously, the thing is, though, they don't really have anyone. Oh, no, never mind, actually. The E3 Itox is aimed for that cross over the B line. That needs to happen, obviously. And yeah, basically to make that cap stop. They don't know that Frugo has crossed yet. Rambo not connecting his shot, or connecting his shot into Haki, not penetrating it, though.
I think they know that Frugo crossed. Like, Rambo was pre-aiming it. He just wasn't on
I think Frugo tried to sort of go there when Rambo wasn't looking, so I'm not sure if they have the information.
I think he was just not reloaded. Like, I think he was looking all the time. I mean, we can take a look at the 60 TP's position. He now obviously moved in a bit deeper, but he can definitely see anyone that crosses there.
Oh yeah, he moved deeper.
He successfully destroyed the lantern, so...
So 1 minute now. That is below 60 seconds.
What do you think about the IS-7 on the hill there?
Ooh, good hit into Frugo. Frugo now trying to bring the cap down to 25 seconds. Sirius is edging ever so closer in his 50B. We'll have to see how much of that push actually gets spotted. The shells start raining down. The damage so far not really good, though. Only the E100 with Nico Heinz taking some shots here. 35 seconds on the cap, but now cap does get abandoned. Artiquel backing off, bowing out of that one. Haki crossing over to make it a 5 versus 3 on that A-line right now. The forces by Phoenix, they are here on that A-line. They need to start punishing, as Frugo is the first one to get focused out. Does make a nice shield for the triple IS-4 though. I would have preferred for him to die a bit.
Yeah, but is it like
further
anyhow
forward, though?
useful? Like
No, it's
the
not
team in
useful at
red will
all.
just stay behind the big
Ooh,
building and
the trades so far not really going in favor of those IS-4s here. That E5 DPM coming in handy. Unadvantage, not able to connect that one. Two shots
the
now in favor
50B
of the IS-4s.
completely in the open. White Rock trying to approach the IS-7 now, but even if he fully clips out, he would need heavy support by Magical, which he doesn't get. Phoenix now down to 5 tanks. Not really any one-shots to pick up right now, and everyone rejoined the fight. Magic will probably lose the...
Oh, now the IS-4 suddenly out in the
just
open, though. They are
rammed.
not using that E100 right now. Sirius now starting to come out, but giving Amarek losing his head in the process. That might be a game changer here in this battle at the moment, as now it's a 3v3 here on that K-line corner. Magic coming in from the back lines with the E100 as well. Rambo, he cannot peek Itox, and as soon as that E100 starts coming, it's gonna be a 4v4 once again with the advantage here actually for the side of the IS-4s that are very good in those trades here. Magic now driving over to support Itox in his E3. Rambo trying to cut around the corner, trying to make a flank happen. At the moment here, 666 HP, the number of the devil in between both of those teams. Rambo now lurching ever closer, but it's gonna be Hooligan in his E5 to get picked up. Now Attiquel, Haki, and Unique, all of them on a 2-shot here, on a 1-shot even for the M454 that holds all the HP. And now from the back lines, Magic will coming in, putting Marinka onto a 1-shot. Rambo is able to connect his HE, but is it gonna help in the end is the question, as the IS-4 should soon be reloaded. Double kill in favor of the attacking team, and now only Rambo here with 2.6k and his work cut out for him as he's playing against 5.
Yeah, the one that everyone wants, the Koloban of medals, picks
good
up
shot.
Itox, who somewhat snapped this shell, but Magic with his 1.9k HP E100 now on the hunt. Can we like highlight the fact that the IS-7 went full YOLO and just rammed into the E100, losing 400 HP?
Can we highlight the fact that the 50B got blown up by basically getting 2-shotted?
I mean, that was definitely another unlucky circumstance, but you know, some things are just unlucky and some things are just bad.
But yeah, I'm not gonna say RNG deciding this round, but certainly with that 50B, it might have gone either way, because he got basically, I'm not sure if he got Amarek after or before his second shot, but those 2 more shots, that could have been an IS-4 out of the game. And all of those IS-4 surviving was basically the straw that broke the camel's back here. So yeah, that 50B Amarek, definitely a crucial one, and we can see, yeah, he was just able to put out 2 shots, and never mind even the potential for further.
But he took only 2 shots. That's, I think, what you wanted to say, right?
No, he did 2 shots, the 50B.
3.
I'm at the wrong 50B. we don't talk
Let's
about that.
not emphasize any further on that. Okay, I guess we can watch Postro versus Sprite in 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Then we start with a fresh match, and we will get ourselves a small break as well. Overall, I would say definitely an interesting match, and yeah, I would say a good comeback. 0-2 down after Tundra, and now the winner of this round. We will be back in 5 minutes, so stay tuned, and hope everyone is enjoying so far our radio broadcast here.
Great. Hello there, and welcome to the finals of group. I don't know which group it is. Anyway, it's gonna be Opor against a different team. What was the other team? Sprite.
It's Postro, by the way.
Postro. Oh, oops. Postro against Sprite. It's going to be the finals. Obviously, whoever wins this match is going to go to the group stage tomorrow, where we are going to define who's going to be the second EU participant for the cross-regional invitational tournament happening next weekend at 2 p.m. Central European time on the twitch.tv/World of Tanks channel, part of the 12 days of Tankmas. And we'll have to see, as both of those teams coming in with a plethora of CSs. It's 5 on one team, together with a double 50B on the other side. We see quadruple CS, double M454, and a TVP.
Yeah, I mean, some trivia here. Obviously, Postro was a team known in the previous VOD 7s to always contest for the top spots. Then they merged together with previous team called Invil Go. To Opor. Opor now is split apart again and is fighting as Opur and Postro. Josi making his way up, taking two shots. I guess that's acceptable.
To be honest, like the opening, really bad by the side of Sprite, I would say, because there is triple CS on the hill now by the side of Postro. And they're very healthy. Freedom taking a shot in his 50B. The same can be said about Dreamer of Fate, who also took one for basically making the cross. Yes, donut control is in favor of the attacking team, but what does donut control mean if the defending team has lighthouse control? Dreamer of Fate taking another shot in his CS, and obviously we already have Profuse rotated around the hill in his CS, able to give crossfire onto Dreamer should he expose
800 damage as well to Shelby Walk in his CS. He immediately takes another one. TVP seems to be clipping out there immediately. Conrad punishing big times now. Went for a reload, still on 1200 HP. Puts in good damage into the CS. Gets a bit of a punishment here by the 50Bs. Interesting to see that the double 50B was picked here to fight in this middle area. Obviously, the defending side on Cliff in 7v7 on the north instead of the usual
on the hill,
south. But yeah, as you mentioned, push is being supported here by those
Kono
tanks.
And
but
Kubash both
looks like
Dreamer
here. Of Fate coming in will be picked up. Bit of a miscoordination, I would say, from the double CS, that they were not immediately helping to punish and maybe double track one of the tanks in yellow. HPs are still pretty even.
HPs are even, but the problem is the crossfire is coming in from Profuse, who has 3 peaks onto Freedom in his 50B. Yes, the AMX in D5 is in sort of a crossfire, but right now it's only Freedom taking 3 damage by Profuse, who can just keep peeking in his CS. Freedom now being forced down in one of those 50Bs, and that is a lot of clip power, a lot of potential taking out of the game. Freedom taking another shot here, down to 850. Yes, Orzek is also taking one, probably by the CSs from the back by Vitalke, who is chilling in B2, who has all the crossfires. He's got his work cut out for him. He needs to make it happen, but Freedom taking another one in the 50B is not going to be good for the side of Sprite, who are still down a tank here. Now we see Conrad in that TVP also getting rotated over.
Profuse putting in another one into the 50B. 50B now sitting on a one-shot. So 6.5 seconds reload for the CS. He will now, as you can see, wait a bit. The 50P will get unspotted. And now blind fire. Great play here by Profuse. Good stuff by the Polish powerhouse of Postro. First round, still keeping all their tanks in the game. Conrad now rotating back in his TVP. And yeah, you can see they were really able to distribute the HP over all their vehicles. Couple of one shots, 2 shots, but everyone still alive, still putting in their damage if needed. 4 minutes left, and we'll need to see what Sprite has planned next.
Yeah, I mean, Sprite, they need to make something happen in the following 4 minutes, as the defense by Postro looking pretty solid at the moment. For the time being as well. Timfed in his M454 has stopped his bleeding. He might get peaked by the 50B. Then again, a lot of tanks would be able to overpeak onto Vygotsky. And as soon as the 50B is basically clipped out, then Ozek, Kono, Kubash, they can just cascade down from the hill. Profoots probably also with shots here. And now we saw one of the CSs, YOLO-like, actually getting completely rotated around. He's back at the donut. But to be fair, I don't really see an opening here for the side of Sprite, because South Control, North Control, both held by the defending team. Also, the hill firmly in control here. The only tanks that they can push up on is basically the tanks that Postro wants to get pushed up on, wants to get collapsed upon. It's the double M454. Now, YOLO-like with another move here with that CS. But what's that going to net him, realistically? As he's going to be fighting hold down against the M454. Vitalkin also getting pulled. We're probably seeing the last stages of this game here as desperate attempts are being made by the CSs. YOLO-like already spotted shots from the hill raining down. The 50B Vygotsky with one shot onto Timfer, putting him down towards a two-shot. YOLO-like trying to peek here, does immediately take shots from the hill here though for this one. And now Vygotsky also starting to get pummeled down by Profuse from the other side, from the CS.
Yeah, and a bit of a stalemate now here. You can see the 50B trying to peek onto Timfat and Orsich, but every peek will immediately be punished. Josi also going down. He was a one-shot, so now guns a bit more even. Orsich taking another hit. Overall, not super clean by either side, but I would still give the advantage to the defending team. Another good shot there into the CS.
And the thing is, look what Profutse is doing. Yeah. Look where he is. It's like all the crossfire you would ever want, and then some even. And yeah, as another shot connects into YOLO-like, that also reduces the HP that basically the attackers have here. Conrad trading his HP away against Vygotsky, both of them down to a one-shot here now. Vygotsky could probably survive one by the TVP, but that's basically it. 356 HP. Make that a low roll by Profutse down to 344, and it's going to be Timfet to pick it up. And this only leaves 3 tanks remaining by the attacking team of Sprite, who are down to basically half the HP of Postro, who are defending here, holding on, holding strong, looking good even, as Ozek in the M4 is a bit reshuffling, looking for a shot into Shelby Walk. Vitalkin now driving up, looking for a shot into Conrad. Is he going to get it? Is the question. Conrad does not get safe, but little is it going to matter, as there's only 1 minute and 5 seconds, and if we don't see an Amarak like we saw on Himmelsdorf, I don't think this is going to go the way of Sprite.
No, I don't think even an Amarak would help them at this point, because how are you going to reach the double, nearly full HP CSs on the top? How are you going to reach Profutse, who made his way all around to the other side, providing crossfire? I guess at this point you're just starting to think, what is the next move? What is the next strategy for their defending round? 30 seconds left. And Vitalka being picked up as well. In the end, this game will probably just be won by time. No way for them to make much of a change. So it is what it is.
Profutse and how do you call him? The other CS, Tribas? How do you call him? Like, how do you say his name?
I don't know.
Well, I don't either.
Maybe Tibach or something like that? But I could be completely wrong.
Maybe someone in chat can enlighten us.
Exactly. So, taking a look at the score lines, we will put a point here. Okay. Okay, then we have Los Pipos 2-0 over Capibari. We have the Czech Superstars against Opur 1-1. Postro, as we just saw, won against Sprite. And I think that's it with the scores for now. So group 2, 8 and 5 played already, and the others are still pending. Maybe I can open Yeah. So as you can see here, 285 were the first ones to start, some at 8 and some at 8:10. The next one is Goodnight Nomi versus LTP. They started 5 minutes ago, so should have their result pretty soon as well. Second Hep GmbH and KKG started just now. Same goes for Demba versus Enway and Heichatok versus Fury. Bafek reicht nicht versus Phoenix will start in 2 minutes. So you haven't missed out on any scores. Everything is working as intended. Everything beside the stream, obviously. 1 minute left for the second round of Cliff, and I will grab a drink while you can take a look at the lineup.
I mean, lineup so far not complete yet. We see Triple CS, 2277 and a 50. Tansov still waiting to pick his tank. Also, okay, Trubats is how you're supposed to say the name. Okay. I guess we go with that one. 30 seconds remaining, just waiting for the last tank to be locked in. Probably going to be a CS because 3 seems a little low for Cliff, but we'll have to see. And there we see one of the results. Goodnight Nomi, currently the Polish team winning against the Frenchies of LTP 1-0.
Trubak, I see.
Trubak or Trubats, not sure. He's gonna hate us either way because we're gonna mispronounce it.
Yeah, so I was talking to Profoots earlier and I told him he wouldn't qualify. So giving him immediately the motivation to now perform. You can thank me later, Profoots. Postro coming with double 277, double TVP as well, and triple CS. While on the other hand, we have one CS, triple CS, one TVP, double 277, and the 50B. So, yeah, both with somewhat fast and somewhat heavy lineups, both bringing the 277s for some turret armor.
Well, now for the defending team, we see the 50B driving down Dreamer of Fate together with Vitalke and YOLO, like the double CS getting sent there as well. Everyone else going towards middle. And for the team of Sprite, for the team of Postro, we see actually everyone going middle. The 50B is not going to find shots here at the start of the game, but the clash is going to erupt right around the middle of the map, where Trubats is now able to generate some spots onto the tanks that are coming there. Does win out against Yosi with his trade. Profoots taking some damage here for going onto towards the hill, but so far the punishment not really big. Tansov in his TVP taking some damage as well. Trubats taking one in return. But Vitalke, he's going to have very, very good cross shots in his CS from the side here. And right now, the trades actually favoring the defending side of Sprite, who are up 900 HP as of now. The CS is from the hill, not really
to leave
finding
as well. Now you can see the upper ramp is being in control of Sprite, and they're encircling the 3 tanks here left in the middle area. Dreamer of Fate in his 50B tries to put some shots in as well. Now Conrad on a one-shot. Timfed and Kono somewhat held down there with their 277s. A bit of turret armor helping them to survive for tiny bit longer, but now the approach is coming, and this is dire times for Postro. They're down first gun, second gun immediately as well, down 2k HP nearly, and position wise, I'm not sure if they can recover from losing the middle while not having any chance to retake the donut.
Yeah, exactly. As now the last remaining 277 for the side of Postro is getting pushed up on, is getting destroyed. It's going to be Kono down and out of the game. Yes, hill control still in favor of Postro, but how much is that actually going to matter, as now Postro doesn't have a way anymore to prevent tanks from driving up onto that hill. Trubats already there with his CS is probably going to put pressure onto Profoots, and now the 277 here, Freedom, is also going to try to cross over. Good shot by Shelby Walk into Yosi, and now Trubats does peek from the side, reducing Profoots to a mad 2-shot. The 50B starting to drive on towards the hill. Yes, the HP is still sort of semi-close with 2k, but Trubats, and as soon as Sensei most likely is there. It's going to spell disaster for the side of Pozdro. Kuba's not even able to put in his shot here, is dropping towards a possible one-shot with 574, and now Dreamer of Fate has made his way in the 50B up towards, he's probably going to have to bite a bullet or two for driving up this one, but he won't care as he's still on 574. That is a two-shot. He's going to drive towards Profoots now. First shot does connect, Profoots with another shot, and now Dreamer with the pickup. And that is going to secure the round here as Kubash also down to 50, and Yosi and Orzek below the hill. They don't really have a way of holding strong against this onslaught. Only 3k HP though. I mean, the TVP, if it does find a good kill, if it does find like 2-3 kills, there is a lot of low HPs on the side of Sprite.
No, but they're defending.
They are defending, and they still have 7 guns.
Yeah, so I guess we will slow down this game a bit now. The attacking team is pretty much reduced to 2 vehicles with 2.2k HP. Control of the hill is firmly in the hands of Sprite. But it's nice to see all those 3-digit HP numbers on the left side there. 175, 300, close to 500, 500, 300, and 150. So beside Transov, basically everyone 1 or 2 shot. But
and everyone is clippable by that TVP. That's also something important, but the thing is, as soon as Orzek shoots 1 shot into either Shelby or Tunsov, then he can't finish off both anymore. I think that's why they're sort of sticking together. A shot by Yosi into Tunsov would be huge, but he doesn't see him crossing over. Good blind shot by the CS, by the way, into Orzek. And he does blind back, and he does. Oh my goodness! Basically, 2 tanks blinding each other. They don't know that Orzek is now on a 2-shot as well, but like, well played to either one of those players. Like, that was really, really well done by both.
I mean, we can take a look at Orzek's perspective. He reloaded his clip now, but I mean, rotating back to where he was earlier. Not sure if he can really make anything happen anymore. So CS on his right side, he hasn't spotted him yet. Now he has spotted. Really likely trading 1-for-1, but Transov in his TVP picking up the kill immediately, and you can see the goats sitting here on the hill.
Yeah, and you'll see he's basically pinned behind this stone now. There is 5 guns aiming at him, so he won't be able to peek. They could probably send Transov as soon as he's reloaded to basically finish out this game. I'd like for them to do that actually, but they don't need to do anything right now. As we see Yosi trying to look if he can leap without getting spotted. I think he got spotted here, and he does take another shot. And I think Yosi, he's just going to do the sensible thing. He's going to end the round, and it's going to be
1-1.
1-1. Why was Sprite up 1-0 on your screen?
I don't know. Just
we don't talk about this.
Exactly.
Now we can head over and take a look at the other results that are currently happening. Heichatok against Fury, 0-1 for Fury right now. Pozdro obviously 1-1 against Sprite. Bafek up against Phoenix. Opor 2-1 already against Przewalo Kachno Cesar.
Well, that's like Prepalos, Valor, Kachno is Stronku Dax, Czech word for duck, and CSA.
Enemy 1-0 over Zakuntep GmbH and KKG. Enway are doing the right bets here right now. 1-0 over Dembe, and Capibari lost 3-0 against Los Pipos in Lapland.
So that means we have our first team for tomorrow. Is that correct?
I'm not sure if that was a semi-final or not.
No. We are all in the final now.
Okay, so Los Pipos first confirmed team then.
Yeah. Good stuff. I was actually playing the training tournament with them. So I think that just gave them now the tactical insights to secure this qualifier. We lost both rounds that we played, but that's written on a different piece of paper.
Okay, 1 minute and 10 to go here still. And Postro, surprisingly, getting completely outplayed by Sprite here in the second round. For me personally, Postro probably one of the favorites to claim the spot in the Invitational tournament. Then again, there's a lot of strong teams around. We'll have to see how the Ukrainians come into the equation here as well. I would imagine some of them are trying to make their way to the tournament next week. Enway bets now 1-1 against Dembe.
And 30 seconds left. As you can see, the next map is Prokhorovka, a map that we haven't seen so far today. Good Nanomi 2-0 up against LTP now. That means they will also head over to Prokhorovka. Second Hep GmbH struggling against enemy, down 2-0 as well. Okay. Prokhorovka, 1 light, 1 STB, and 1 IS7. Those are the things that both teams have in common. Triple SCONG for Postro together with a second IS7. I'm actually wrong, double IS7 in both teams. We have an AMX, a 277, and CS for the side of Sprite, who are now attacking on Prokhorovka.
Both of the light tanks right now being sent towards the middle of the map. Nothing too surprising there, man. I need to make a T for my voice. But yeah, by the defending team, very interesting opening. Also, all of the SCONGs being sent towards that middle, and the rest of the tanks is going towards that 1-2 line. Dreamer of Fate does not really... I mean, he does get some information onto the heavy tanks, but this in turn means that the T100 is completely able to take the 1 line and make it his own, as Tansov in the IS-7 isn't really safe yet. He will probably get spotted by the T100, and this is going to be rather problematic as the fights in the middle are starting to erupt. Dreamer of Fate, very important, has taken a shot of damage, and now Tansov in the IS-7 does get spotted, is out in the open. This is terrible right now for the side of Sprite.
Yeah, you can see Kono here doing an amazing job avoiding the proxy range towards the IS-7 and immediately taking the complete control. Important would be to find the STRV now. Now
I think he should have found him.
STRV is spotted.
Yeah, the T100 doing God's work here right now.
Good one. Immediately dropping to 600 HP, and Sprite's HP is basically half of the ones of Prostro at that point.
Yeah, the YOLO-like also down to a one-shot here in his AMX M4. Ozek now starting to peek, trying to probably secure another kill. Has to bow out though because the Ghosty from the hill is still providing cover fire with his CS63. Probably Kono should be able to find him. Instead, Kono does find the kill onto the AMX M454. Good backstab. Does take one shot in return, but he's not going to mind too much as, now he's sort of even, or he's even ahead in HP when it comes towards the enemy light tank that is on the cap as of now, but Freedom also losing his trades against the Super Kong. Yes, Ozek, he can not really free peep because of the CS, but like look at those HP, minus 5,289 currently. That's a lot of damage.
Indeed. Now we can see the push is coming on the lower side. Kono just jumped over the rails. Kuba should be able to just ram the STRV out of this game. What a snapshot. The T100 just hit the CS on the hill. Dreamer of Fate was eliminated. No cap pressure either. 10k HP up now for the attacking team, for the defending team here. And even if TimFat was somewhat out of the game, this game was not close at all. At any point.
Kono now with the spots onto the CS. I think they just want to finish this one off nice and clean. Kono now, even with a more aggressive approach, has given up his spotting. And yeah, he's now going to try to trade it out against Vigosti. Does get the first shot into the CS. That doesn't want to peek, obviously. I don't know why Vigosti doesn't just end the game here, because like it is... like they're on attack. For a possible tiebreaker, it doesn't matter. But yeah, he's probably trying to stab pad on his damage a bit. Not that it matters.
I guess he's also buying some time to discuss the next Prokhorovka round. For the people that saw the loading screen, the Postro people, also Onslaught enjoyers, I've met Orsech and Kono quite a few times, and I think Kono even ended up with like 8,000 elo or something like that. So
not even 10k Pepe point.
Yeah, definitely high up in the Onslaught leaderboards. 7v7, good mode to practice some coordination between teams. And I guess this is the kind of gameplay that we expected from Postro, right? I mean, they are definitely a name to be recognized. And here, 1, 2, 3, 5 people with the Onslaught badge being followed up by the triple victory for Kubas, Konrad, and Orsech.
Yeah, when you run out of tanks to 3-mark, then I guess you need to 3-mark your golden fist.
Exactly. Okay, Opur 3-1 over the Czech team of Prepalos, Dax, Valor, and CSA. Phoenix versus Bafek 1-1 now.
And other than that, enemy 2-0 over Zakuntep. Good Naomi 2-0 over LTP. And we saw the 1-1 in between Enbei and Dembe.
Correct.
And yeah, that's sort of it. Did it only start doing that now, by the way, with the legs? It might be a Windows update or something in the background, eating resources.
It was already like last stream the same issue. But I don't know, we will check after. Maybe I will just disable one of the screens or put one of the screens or both of the screens to 1920 to 1080.
Oh yeah, the rescaling might be eating up resources, true.
Yeah, because I have 2 screens that are being rescaled. Potentially. I don't know, we will see. We'll make some tests tonight and hopefully find a solution.
All of that said and done though, 45 seconds remaining into what might be the last game in between Pozdro and Sprite. We see Sprite bringing a team of triple M454, 1 IS7, 1 S-Conk, 1 CS, 1 T100 LT. And yeah, that does not answer the question as to what Pozdro is going to bring to their attack. Their defense looked very, very convincing. I think there were no questions left open after what we just saw here in the first round of Prokhorovka. That being said, though, Sprite have demonstrated that they are able to take off rounds of Pozdro. And another result, Haichatok now 0-2 against Fury. So up against the ropes as well.
Yeah, Fury is a bit of a interesting mix. Vervi put together, I would say, international people from different backgrounds. Let me show the lineup first. So 4 IS4s, IS7s, sorry, for Postro, TimFat in his S-Conk, Jose in a CS, and Kono again playing the light. Dreamer of Fate in his light, 1 CS, 1 S-Conk, 1 IS7, and the triple AMX. And yeah, so Vervi picking up players from his recent Hive rebuild. Fury playing with Mirek, Floki, Dandley, Siki, Ali, Got You Baby, Impact, Never, and Jager. So a lot of people that played 15 versus 15 together already. And Dreamer of Fate, similar move to what we've seen before. From the other team, obviously. And we'll have to see how Timfet in his S-Kong will
Ooh, shots being exchanged in the middle right now, though. Profood's taking 2 in his IS-7. And now Vagosti with the overpeak on towards Conrad needs to be careful, though, because those IS-7s from the side can be very, very dangerous. Vagosti going down towards a one-shot already because Kono has taken the entire eastern part of the map. Yes, the T100 will be able to outspot the Super Kong for days, but they can't really capitalize on that because if the AMX and Force do try to peek the middle, this means that in turn they will open themselves up to the crossfire of the IS-7 and the T100 that are already on that A6 position here. This is terrible for the side of Sprite because essentially all of their heavy tanks are now locked down. The only
look at Kono. He drove over the rails and is now shooting the back of the S-Kong. And as he is having good camo and a double bush, the S-Kong can basically just drive backwards and at some point try to angle his armor towards the T100. But yeah, he just lost 1000 HP to the T100.
The thing is, where Sprite now needs to make the play is actually the southwestern part of the map, where the CS Shelby Walk has now made his way here to basically engage Timfet, but already Conrad with a good shot here. Conrad with a good shot from the back lines. Tansov trying to come close with his IS-7 as well. Dreamer of Fate is trying to do what he can in the T100 LT. Shelby Walk taking huge amounts of punishment here. Timfet should be able to pick that one up if he doesn't low roll as he does. And all of a sudden, Dreamer of Fate in 1v1 here against the Super Kong. But Conrad is probably able to provide some cover fire here. Timfet with another shot into that T100 that will now be able to farm the back of the S-Kong. Obviously, the S-Kong cannot turn away, has to face the IS-7 because he's in a one-shot range now. The IS-7 aiming and indeed able to pick it off, but what has happened on the other parts of the map is the question, as triple cap has been started on that 2 cap, 3 tanks there, and the AMXs, they still cannot leave those positions because the IS-7 basically is able to shut everything like that down. 13 seconds freedom, the only one that could be resetting the cap here, but can he actually is the question, as he does put another one into Orzek. But now as he's going to peak, that's going to be a hard one to make. 3 seconds freedom, he does need to make those resets happen. Is he able to? Nope. Yes, actually. And it did look weird for a second there, but Orzek is going to come in from the side. It's going to be Kubash to pick it up. 1 second here. Vitalka is not going to be there in time, and that's going to lock in the victory for Postro. 3-1. They're making the way to the group stage tomorrow.
Yeah, so after Opor made it against the CSA, Valor, whatever mix Czech team, now the second Polish team locked into the second day of the qualifier tomorrow. And not really much of a surprise, in my opinion, because Postro, very experienced team. I guess we have time to jump into either Barfek versus Phoenix or Enway Bats versus Dembe. Pick your poison, or we wait for Hydra versus Fury, but that might be a 3-0.
Just throw a coin.
Okay. I don't have a Barfek team. We will watch the other match. I don't think I have a Denver team either, so we'll stay where we are. We'll watch the Germans versus Phoenix. So Phoenix and Barfek, and that's 2, and that's a 1, and that's the spectator tank. Okay. Here's the postgame screen and going through the other results. Postro qualified 3-1. Goodnight Nomi qualified 3-0. Enemy qualified 3-0 as well. Opor we mentioned earlier already, same as Los Pipos. If I can scroll up that far. Yeah, here. So that locks 5 teams? Yeah, 5 teams already. 6 teams left, and some of them on match point already. We will see another round of Prokhorovka and might see another team finalizing their scoreline 3-1.
So obviously BAföG reicht nicht. Are up 2-1 right now against Phoenix. Phoenix, they need this round to stay in the tournament. We've seen Phoenix come back from a 0-2 disadvantage and actually winning the game or winning that match 3-2. Comeback capabilities definitely there, but yeah, BAföG obviously no slouches either. Triple IS7, 1 S-Conk, 1 CS, 1 STRV, 1 T100 LT for the side of BAföG, and for the side of Phoenix, we have Triple IS7, double S-Conk, 1 Progetto, and the T100 as well.
Yeah, so Itox driving towards the middle, nothing too surprising here. The T100 trying to get some early info, but interesting to see the two different approaches here, as earlier both teams in the match before brought only one vehicle on the attacking side towards the 1-2 line, where they got immediately spotted out by the T100. So different approach this time here from Itox.
We see the attacking T100 being on the hill right now. Obviously, Itox doesn't know that, so needs to be careful with his own T100 respectively. Dark Ninja, he is from NA, and he takes a shot immediately. Yeah, so the first shot of the game that actually does damage.
Coincidence?
Up to you to interpret that, whichever way you like. The T100 though, on the eastern part, on the eastern flank, is finding a lot of open ground. Alexandros, that is, and Itox, on the other hand, obviously cannot know where that T100 is yet. Might get some information because the S-Conk on A6 is going to ping this, and I think that is why in turn now we see the march of the elephants on that 1-2 line starting to emerge. Arctic Well, White Rock, Frugo, also Magic with his Progetto joining the fray. Scatter with that STRV is going to be a nuisance, is going to be a huge annoyance in the side of the IS-7s, and also Jackifar from the backlines with the CS should be able to support. Old Kings and Baron now both being pulled to support onto that 1-2 line, and the STRV finally taking its first shot of damage, needs to back away a bit as Magical is going to clip out onto the STRV. Now first shot, second shot connecting. Magical not missing a beat here, taking another one by the STRV, but the STRV gets shut down and out of the game. Magical, though, taking another shot here. Bouncing Jackifar's shot, though. A lot of copium noise is probably going on by him. And in the meanwhile, Dark Ninja has already fallen in his S-Conk in the middle of the map.
Yeah, it's always the NA players taking damage or getting destroyed. I see a pattern there. Pattern also visible on what is happening here. Multiple tanks are moving towards the ditch where Baron and Old Kings are waiting. Jackifar picked up the next kill. Frugo immediately charging in, taking over 1,000 damage. And we'll need to see White Rock now trying to shield Frugo. Baron and Old Kings both able to put in shots, but the reinforcements of Itox and Attila helped out, and now BAföG pretty much even in HP again.
And the thing is, Feli is right now losing his 1v1 against Unique. Feli on a probable 3-shot, Unique on a probable 4-shot. Yes, One IS-7 with Link is right now committed into that cap, but little is it going to matter as it's still 1 minute 16. You can see the defending tanks right now not really giving a shit about the cap, instead trying to retake that one line once again, where Jakifa in the CS63 right now in the back is still reigning supreme. But as soon as that T100 comes and spots him out, he's going to be in trouble, as Itox now starting to make his way. Another shot connecting into the T100 though. This might be crucial here, as Jakifa could possibly be able to pick up Itox in that T100. This might be a very, very important part of the game. And indeed, Jakifa with the pickup onto the T100. This means the outspotting potential on the 1-2 line is actually gone. And now cap is starting to become an issue, as Frugo trying to overpeak 48 HP only remaining now on him, and Jakifa still full HP. Shots coming into White Rock down to 479. Jakifa, the guy on full HP, is sitting at the red line, and we can see he's very comfortable there, just dealing out damage, just dishing out punishment. Cap down to 23 seconds, and they will need to start thinking about resetting Link.
Yeah, Link holding 1000 HP, so definitely not one-shottable if it's not an Amarak. Attila peeking up now, aiming, he will be able to just put an HE. Link fired, so Attila, easy connection. Unique from the back, Link able to turn his turrets. Unique missed his shot. 1300 HP left for Phoenix. Feli now closing in onto Unique, now having the HP advantage. Barreau, the flick got falling to Frugo the gamer, but I mean, Jakifa just gaming on everyone. He was so long on the red line, charging up his power levels, and now the red line power overwriting whatever the team of... Who's the captain? Attila had prepared. Jakifa, another snipe, adding up to the number of damage over 300 meters, and that's the 3-1 for Bafek.
I saw a lot of shots by the CS actually not connecting. Maybe we get a chance to shit talk Fabi. We'll have to see. I will gladly take it.
Okay, so what is the summary? 5 kills, 4k damage.
Damn it!
Damn it! Yeah, I'm not sure if we can really.
Nah, we can't really shit talk that.
But what we can do is to immediately jump into the match between Talk and Fury. Like this, where Talk is recovering. Right now, 1-2, but they were down 2 points at the beginning, so we'll need to see.
Okay, so now Talk, the hairpins, they need to win this round, otherwise they're out. On the other side, Fury, obviously, they want to take this next one. They are defending as well on Prokhorovka, so they're going to be happy about it. We see by the side of Talk, 1 M454, double IS-7, 1 S-Conk, 1 CS, 1 SJB, 1 T100. For the side of Fury, we have triple S-Conk, double IS-7, 1 CS, and the T100 as well.
Okay, so an animal has no name, this time as a light tank from the attacking side, approaching the 2 line. Okay, staying pretty defensive here for now. Double IS-7 following up. If he would be able to spot out Floki, that would obviously be big, but both light tanks moving in the middle of a row of bushes.
Yeah, I mean, both of them probably with CVS, probably with low noise exhaust.
Okay, in the meantime, we can take a look at the minimap, and the positions of Fury pretty straightforward. 1 S-Conk here on this side, an IS-7, controlling the approach. One IS-7 here on the 6th line, the Super Conqueror being able to cover either this way, or even just move this way. And the CS, as you can see right now, he will knock over a lot of trees here and give some support onto the 2 line together with the S-Conk here. So they are covering all areas, but none of the areas is like super protected by all the tanks. So we will need to see if maybe Haichatok will be able to find an idea of where they can approach and where they can find an overmatch. So far, pretty quiet game by the attacking team, but the rotation is coming over the hill.
Indeed. Rotation coming over the hill. Obviously, the IS-7 does need some time to drive over there, but eventually he'll get there. On the other hand, Ali, a very interesting position by his IS-7, actually. Not sure if he's completely covered by the trees. He's reshuffling right now. Finally, Ali completely in a bush, so he'll probably start wanking soon enough. And we'll just have to wait how exactly Haichatok wants to attack this one. Danny now being sent up here together with an animal has no name in the T100, also drawing his circles onto the map here with his T100, not really finding a lot as of now. Possibly he has the view range to actually break Ali's camo there in the bush. We'll have to see about that one. And yeah, we do see Ali doesn't have optics, so the T100 is going to have a good time. He does get spotted. Blizzit immediately connecting from the hill with his CS63, so that should give the information over towards the team of Fury that the T100 is somewhere in the eastern part of the map. Possibly that could mean that the T100 by Haichatok is going to start making some more aggressive moves. Then again,
I mean by Fury.
They couldn't. Sorry, by Fury. But overall, yeah, what's he gonna push with? Nothing. So, like, the thing is, those S-Kongs on the two line, they can't really push for Fury.
Siki and his CS could help out.
Yeah, but like pushing into possibly the SRV is really not a good time. Especially since neither the S-Kongs nor the CS can overmatch the SUV. So I guess so far, even though the only damage has been dealt by just as I say it, by the attacking team, but now both teams have taken damage. Ali keeps getting outspotted by the T100, an animal.
I think Donnie just got blind fired. Yeah, lower plate of the IS-7. See it there.
The SCRV getting rotated towards the hill probably indicates some
I think
very
heavy
push
down the 0 line. IS-7 takes another hit. S-Kong full HP. Ali able to track the IS-7 as well. Still good decision making by them to have the IS-7 driving in first, as Blizzard made it with full HP.
Oh, double track onto Donny, by the way, by Ali, so he's gonna get another one for free. Yeah. And this means that Donny, in turn, is probably gonna drop down towards a one-shot. We see Ali once again peeking against Donny, has the peeker's advantage here, does get, with good crosshair placement, another shot into Donny, who can't even go down into the water because he would get killed by Ali. We see the S-Kongs, the AMXs driving over the middle, trying to generate additional angles onto Ali, who now is being forced in towards that push. He wants to get that additional kill onto Donny. As he does get tracked. Is the SRV able to get another shot into the IS-7? He's not. This in turn means that the CS is probably going to take another one by the IS-7.
Good roll. And yeah, good pickup here by the IS-7 of Best Spieler. Spieler really needs to be careful because the S-Kong there can always pull back, and everyone knows fighting an IS-7 against an elevated position Super Kong that is hull down is not a good idea. And yeah, Blizzard now trying to make his way onto the Super Kong, but in the meantime, the middle area where Sylvestre was, where Non-Mistake was completely getting tidied up by the forces of Fury, whose CS would probably be the difference maker if it would still need a difference to be made.
I mean, yeah, Danley now able to prevent Blizzard from peaking onto Impact. And as the STRFE falls, it starts to become clear that it's going to be Fury making their way towards the group stage tomorrow.
Yeah, so good victory here. Fury only losing Ali, still having nearly 8k HP left.
And highlight to Ali, like he played that one picture perfectly.
Yeah.
Like that was well played.
And I think that leaves us with a maximum of 2 more groups to be played. And the special battle blinking there indicates we will have a tiebreaker starting in 2 minutes between Dembe and Enway Bats. I will quickly open the window for you for the special battle results. Then we have Enway with 2 versus Dembe. I'll just give them red with 2 as well. Okay, there we go. Okay, everything. Yeah, so last game, I would say a bit of a damage issue here just from the heavy tanks. I mean, Danny made his way up but lost so much for it. Spieler with the IS-7 driving on the eastern side of the 6 line, basically below the rail, and he got completely farmed by, I think, Impact and Denley. And yeah, it was just not enough in the end. 2 shots of those were when the game was over, so only like 800 damage or 1000 damage maybe with the initial shots. Haichato made it into the finals, but definitely deserved victory for the team of Fury.
Now let's head into the next battle in between the two teams at hand here. On the one hand, we do see Enway Bet.net with double 50B, 1M454, 1E100, 1S-Kong, double E3. That's interesting. And on the other side, what was their name again? Dembe.
Yeah.
They have, well, they're not fucking around. One IS4, 150B, and the rest is 5M454s.
Yeah, so both teams with different approaches here. Obviously, important game to win. This will be the final game of this qualifier stage. And it looks like Fresh wasn't so fresh to start immediately. Took him a moment to decide on where he wants to go.
Sometimes you just need that little bit of extra time to, you know, muster all of your mental strength to be able to pull through in this game. As this is obviously 2-2 in the best of 5, this means a tie breaker. WE3 getting sent towards the hill. Meanwhile, the double 50B driving through the 8 line, not taking damage yet, getting spotted out though, probably exchanging spots with the 50Bs that are on the other side. Silence Ondra taking the first shell of the game by one of those M454s, and it's going to be Crying Soul crossing through as well. Silence Ondra taking the second shot, but the reason why they're not stopping here as of now is that basically they need to drive over, they need to make it work, they need to drive over that over the 8 line to basically get towards that 2 cap. We can already see the reaction by the defending team here, just taking the entire southern side with a lot of M4s. That is some tanks out of game though, and the IS-4 in the windows is going to deny any cap attempts as of now, but we all know there is the possibility of safe capping.
Yeah, with all that being said and done, we will now see a bit of a rotation on the lower side. Some AMXs will try to cut off the way back on the 8 line, while the others are spotting out the complete southern approach. Now we can see here White Profi not finding anyone, and the double E3 making their way down the B line.
Are you saying they are making a beeline? Okay, sorry. Ondra and White Profi in the 8 line are now gonna start to exchange spots there at the very least. Crying Soul in his Eskong might be a bit caught out here, as we can see through that courtyard the 50B approaching. The Eskong, he has no idea that the 50B is directly behind him, as the 50B is starting to drive in fresh. Very good, doesn't peek the street actually where the enemy 50B is. He's starting to trade 1, 2, make that 3, make that 4, as he does show that there is 4 shots in store in that 50B clip. Crying Soul probably going to get picked up by Coyote, as he does. So that is not a good opening for the side of Enway right now, who are trailing 3.4k in HP. Yes, the cap was started, but now the E100 needs to reverse off of it, as he would be completely in the open. 1 gun up for the defending team of
Yeah, I was
Dembe.
trying to already be ahead of the game to hover over the 50B trap, trying to punish the 8 line crossing, but Dembe just with superior knowledge here of the positions, not getting tagged at all. Now the 50B of Dembe lost some HP, dropping towards a one-shot, but you can see the HP is still firmly in favor of the team in red. The 50B gets the info that Ondra is not looking, picks up the next kill, 5 against 7 guns, still in the game. Make it 4, make it
2 fires,
another
and 2 shots.
fire.
But yeah, we could already see Reater had rage quitted as he wasn't moving anymore. And yeah, this one's going to be a clean one for the side of Dembe, who are gonna throw out Enway here. The 50B with the Ram not connecting. It's not gonna be clean anymore, as the 50B basically Ram killed himself. But congratulations to Dembe. At least the round we watched was super clean. 3-2 the final score in between both of those. Enway not making it. Dembe, we'll see you tomorrow.
Exactly like that. And yeah, quick look at the post-game stats will show us that the AMX M4s were just superior this game. Bit of a 50B clip here, 999 as well. But overall just good stuff coming in from the team of Dembe. We will rate you today to World of Tanks Blitz. Check out their current ongoing Blitz Ultimate Cup. Today there are the finals. It's 7 versus 7 as well. And I think it might be really interesting for people that want to try out World of Tanks on a mobile device. You can play it on Steam as well. So please don't be toxic there. I mean,